Welcome to the Tom Bernard Podcast with the family with
co-host Kathryn Burtt.
Andy Brant Bernard.
And football know-it-all, Costaki Econompoulos.
Football Know-It-All. All right, I got to read. Oh, it disappeared just as I was about to read it. There was a really great post on there about how much one of our listeners hates life.
Oh.
But he makes himself happy with other means.
Oh.
Good morning. People suck. This is why I choose coffee and dogs.
Hey,
there you go.
There's a lot to be said for that statement.
Yeah. A lot to be said.
Pretty defensible.
All right.
We actually do
bumper sticker.
have a quick, someone texted in yesterday. Let's see what they said. Been a listener since 1987. Meet our first grandchild, Lindy. She is your newest fan.
Oh my God.
Got the shirt or the hoodie and everything.
Oh
nice.
My God.
You know what's great about
they're so squishy.
You know what's great about that picture? It looks like an average picture when somebody shows me their baby. The baby always looks away from me. I don't know what that's all about.
Change
but
your
it's fun.
vibe.
I got to change my vibe. There's no question. Got to tell you up front, I got an edge to me today because one of my dearest friends in the world's father just died. God.
Do I know this person?
Oh, yes, you know him very, very well. And we'll talk.
Okay.
I want to hold off.
Maybe it's a little too soon to.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's a fun teaser for Andy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get a fun phone call after the show, I guess.
It was a 90-year-old person. So
Oh,
Yeah, he's 90.
It was,
okay.
yeah.
But
not
still.
that it's fun, but
But still, the son is a dear, dear friend of mine. I think the world of the guy just always helps people. Every time he gets a chance to step up and help someone, he does it. So losing his father, and he adores his father. So it's just very, very difficult.
Yeah, that sucks. Life.
And then I think there's always an added part at the end of it. Like, gee, I wish I was sad when my dad died. That would have been
Well, I will say,
well.
Mom says that it's still not fun. I mean, at the end of Grandpa's life, I think being dead was probably more fun than being alive. So,
well,
Probably.
I was so surprised that I wasn't more broken up about it because he was just miserable.
Yeah,
for the
it was a
last
mercy, absolutely.
2 months of his life. I was like, I almost was happy for him.
yeah,
And,
Right.
I still want to call him.
yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
that's right. I have that all the time. Like, oh, Dad would know the answer to this. Ah,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Or every time I see a duck, I think of my dad because he had we forced a duck collection on him because nobody could ever figure out what to get him for Father's Day. And he would never say that he wanted anything or needed
Yeah.
anything or whatever. So for some reason, we just started giving him ducks, little statues of ducks.
Little ducks.
I still have the one. My mom used to go out and shellac it every year and put it in the garden. I mean, it turned into like this joke about the ducks. And finally, after 6, 7 ducks, he finally went, enough with the ducks.
yeah.
Seven's
Enough with
plenty.
the ducks.
So every time the other day we were on the golf course and about, I don't even know, 8 little merganser ducks
Oh, yeah.
came running
Yep.
over to the golf cart. They were so dang cute. They're just like, feed me.
Do you have any crackers?
They literally ran across 2
They did.
fairways
They did.
to our cart.
Well, remember
It
the
was adorable.
Muscovies
I wish
that
I had.
lived in the pond across the road from our house in
Yeah, the
Breakers
ones that
West?
people eat. Yes.
Yeah, we had Muscovies, and they would always they would. One of them came into the house one time because I went in to get some bread for them, and it just followed me in. It's like, oh, this is where the food is it?
Yeah. Yeah, they're very trusting. You could easily have a Muscovy duck
Oh,
pet.
yeah, I could have literally
no
just taken
problem.
one inside, called it my own, and it would have been fine with that.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say dinner.
Or I thought she was going to say dinner too, to be honest. But
A roasted duck.
They're
They
very
are- they are-
trusting.
They are very cute ducks.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So, yes, all the blessings in the world to the family I'm talking about. I don't want to identify them yet because not everybody knows about it. It just happened. So, it makes me very, very sad because I think the world of the person, the son of the man who just died, and it does make it very, very difficult. But it's just part of life, man. And, he did live to be 90, so that's a pretty good run.
It is
no
a
doubt.
good run.
Yeah, no kidding.
No question.
I want to be 90. I mean, I think that now.
yeah, do you though?
Down the road, maybe not.
Yeah,
My dad did not drive a Jeep.
yeah, the duck thing. I know. I don't get it.
I asked somebody that there's a lot of Jeeps here with they take off all the doors and a
Yep.
Yeah.
roof and they
Yep.
run around down here all the time like that. And I pulled up. I was at a stoplight with somebody and I'm like, "What's with the ducks and the Jeeps?"
Yeah.
And they said during COVID, they started. Nobody knows who started it, but they started just giving each other ducks. It's like
Yep.
a Jeep thing. I don't know if Jeep started it. I don't know how it started, but it's a Jeep thing.
All right, I have to admit, this is one of my favorite people in the world. Tire Carver said his dad turns 88 tomorrow. So that's nice to
Yeah.
hear. You can celebrate that, Tire Carver, just thinking ahead, man. 88.
I agree, Sassy. I'm not sure if I want to get into my 90s.
Yeah, I
after-
always used to say I'm going to live to 100 because it's a nice round number, but I've seen 100-year-olds. They don't look terribly happy.
Yeah.
Not the happiest.
They're not happy to be here.
There's some other nice round numbers that are a little smaller.
Yeah.
90's not a
Yeah.
bad one, you know.
So, yeah, I just wanted to alert everyone that, I'm obviously not going to announce who it is and all the rest of it. Everybody would know who it is, but it does make me very sad. I met his father and his mother and several times, and he's just such a good guy. He's one of those people that helps everybody he possibly can, and for him to lose his father like that hits me right here in the chest, Pally. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I hear you.
Okay, so basically what I'm talking about in life is how things kind of set up nicely because I'm miserable. So now Costaki has to make me happy.
Yep, that's your job.
Good luck, me.
Good luck, me.
Be funny, damn it.
Yeah, be funny. Come on, let's go.
We got some coach hirings.
We do.
My Falcons signed Kevin Stefanski to be their new head coach. When you set your team's course for the next several years, what you want is a guy not good enough for the Cleveland Browns. That's what you want. He was just
a good
fired a
call.
week ago by the Browns.
Yep.
The Eagles interviewed Jim Bob Cooter
Oh,
Jim
Seriously.
Bob Cooter.
to see if they could do it without giggling, I guess.
yeah.
I have a question for you. Can you live as Jim Bob Cooter and not be an alcoholic? I mean, think about that.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the kind of name that's you're destined to die in a tractor accident with.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
Jim Bob.
If you wrote that as a character's name on Dukes of Hazzard, the note would be, it's a little too on the nose.
Yeah.
Disrespectful
too-
to Southerners? Question mark.
Yeah, right. I'm trying to think of a more country name than Jim Bob Cooter. I think I'm stumped.
Cletus is up there.
Cletus.
Cletus,
Yeah.
Billy Joe Skeeter, right? Bubba Gump Johnson,
Bubba Gump. I remember.
Grits Jefferson the Third, Billy Meth NASCAR Jr.
Oh, that hits hard.
Okay. Okay.
No, too much. I'm from the South. It seems like I could.
Yeah, you're allowed to say it.
Pasa Metouffee. I'm allowed to make Southern jokes, right?
Yep.
Even
this one-
Cooter from Dukes of Hazzard was named Cooter Davenport.
Yeah, Davenport's a
Cooter,
nice
yeah.
name.
Which is country, but can't hold a candle to Jim Bob Cooter. How are you not on Hee Haw?
Hee-haw, where'd that go?
Yeah, that's right.
It's been a while, I
That's
think.
been gone for decades.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Redneck Laughing, right?
Yep.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Pretty
right.
much the same idea.
They should revive it with things like this.
Yes.
The Steelers and Mike Tomlin have parted ways.
Oh,
19 seasons.
yeah.
That's a long time. When Mike Tomlin was hired, these are all true. George W. Bush was president. Gas was $2, and Philip Rivers only had 3 children.
Ooh.
It's a long time
It's a
ago.
long time.
Was that 9 now? Is it 9?
It's 10.
10. Okay. Whoops.
That's
Went
a
double
yeah.
digit.
Whoops is right. Get a hobby.
Yeah.
No, it sounds like they have
Definitely
one.
get a hobby.
The Broncos won, but lost their quarterback.
Ooh.
You know what happens when a horse gets injured? Off to the glue factory. That's what happens with this
true.
guy. Yeah.
Very true.
Backup Jared Stidham will try to join Frank Reich as the only quarterback to get his first start in the postseason and win that game. So he's trying to be the second Reich.
Ah.
Instead of the third. Is
You
that
don't
what we're
want to be the third Reich. That's no good.
No, you don't. See, now here's a good example of what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. I am very sad and miserable because my friend is suffering, but doing this show allows me to laugh and have a good time. So thank you all. That's all I'm saying. I feel
Right.
much better just being on the show.
Yeah, a good Third Reich joke pulls you out of any kind of doldrums that you might be in.
Absolutely.
Just can't think about anything else.
Yes, exactly. Can't think it's true. Absolutely.
Caleb Williams threw one of the most incredible passes in playoff history to take the Bears to overtime, but they still lost. So it was a pointless miracle, like turning water into soda water. Oh, well,
Ooh.
I appreciate it. Thank you for that.
A little sparkling.
The Niners lost to the Seahawks 41-6.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's tough in the playoffs, right?
Yes.
San Francisco hasn't been this embarrassed since, who am I kidding? San Francisco doesn't get embarrassed. We've seen their parades.
It's true.
Right?
Oh, that's a good point. Yes,
Oh, my eyes.
it's true.
Injuries caught up with the Niners. They're the only team to be named after the number of players they have on the injury report, the 49ers.
49 people.
It seems
a lot.
like it. It's
a lot.
It's a lot, yeah. They renamed that area, or they changed to the Hurt Locker. See, that's a lot of injuries.
See?
They should stop practicing on banana peels and broken bottles. What are they doing over there? Brock Purdy said the Niners can win the Super Bowl in the near future. Well, not in the near future. In the near future, they can win tickets to the Super Bowl to watch.
There you go.
I like that.
Yeah, that's radio comedy for you, Tom.
Yeah, yes, it is. Absolutely.
You got to be the 49th caller to get those tickets. This is an earnest question. Are some of the things that we know from radio, were they just convenient ways to span a bit of time, or were they beloved by the audience? How did some of those things come to be, like call-ins?
I'll give you an example. When I was, I think, 19 years old, I went to work at a radio station in Minneapolis and St. Paul, and one of the people I worked there with, he got very pissed off at the ownership and got pissed off at the program director, and he was mad at the world. So I handed him the baton. He was on right after my show. I handed him the baton, and he comes on the air and goes, "You know what? I'm not in a great mood today, so let's celebrate. I'll take the 10,000th caller right now." And he literally, for the entire 3 hours, 998.
What?
999. Like, oh, okay. Yeah. That's entertaining. That's
Yeah.
really good.
But all right, so when you do, listeners love that if they have a chance to win something?
yeah.
Is that just a gigantic smash hit, no matter what it is, concert
Yeah, I think
tickets or
Yeah.
whatever it is? They love that situation.
Yep.
And then call-ins. Does the audience love the call-in as much as the call-in loves the call-in?
I think so. I think that, well, it depends on how the disc jockey handles it, because some people are not very good at that.
Yeah,
and other
right.
people
That's
are
a
really
tricky.
good.
That's
It
a
is.
tricky skill. Right.
Yep, it's true. God, radio's gone almost. Makes me sad.
Yeah,
What are
it
you gonna
really.
do?
It's. I was talking about it earlier this morning. Actually, radio.
Oh, you were?
It feels like it wasn't that long ago
Yep.
that the ads were on carts. Like the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it was a long time ago, but I saw that era. I came in and that was the deal. I don't know if any industry has changed as much as radio in the last 20, 30 years.
No question about that. There's no doubt about that. It's true. Well, I mean, not a lot of people were always that good at doing radio. Some people thought they could do it, but I don't know if it's a special skill or your brain has to be screwed up in order to be good at it, or I don't know what the reason is, but yeah, not a lot of people are all that good at it, to tell you the truth.
Oh, well, speaking
Right.
of radio, according to someone in the chat, it's National DJ Day.
Right.
DJ.
Congratulations, Tom.
It's your day.
Thank you, DJ Tom, DJ Tommy.
Do you think of yourself as a DJ? Is that the title you think of?
Only when I was Catman.
Yeah, you never called yourself a DJ
true.
when I was a kid, I don't think.
No. No, Catman was that. That was the DJ era back in the day.
What's your title? You're a broadcaster? How do you refer to yourself?
Pain in the ass.
It's radio announcer
Well, no,
mostly.
wait. That's Kathryn that refers to me that. That's,
Yeah, I sure do.
she's having a big day with me today.
Yes, you're a joy.
God.
Announcer sounds like the person who introduces the show but
Right.
doesn't
Yeah.
do the show, right?
Yes. Well, I got to be honest with you, flat out, and I've always been very honest about this. I was lucky enough to be born in and grow up in a phenomenal radio market. I mean, WCCO radio was just huge. I think it was the highest rated morning show in America. And then my show became the highest rating morning show in America because
Right.
people just, it just, I don't know, sitting back and listening to the Howard Vikings of the world and the morning show here in the morning. I mean, it was a great radio market for a young guy like me to grow up and go, God, I'd love to do that. What these guys are doing, they're having fun. And, they did a
Right.
really good job of presenting it as, hey, let's all get together and just have some fun here.
Right.
It was wonderful.
So what becomes of radio going forward?
Boy, I don't know, because podcasting is really, really crowded, mostly with people who are not very good at it.
Right.
Well, yeah.
I've always said podcasting has the same problem that parenting has. It's a very low barrier to entry.
Yeah, that's
sure is.
very true.
I like that. It works for me.
I'm kind of surprised there's no like FCC, like you need to be licensed to podcast kind of thing or something.
Right.
Not that I think
Right.
you should, but I'm just surprised that there isn't.
Well, you're not using radio waves, which
Yeah,
are,
right. It's a
Yeah.
whole
Well, but like
new
TV
world.
doesn't
Whole
use
different
over the air anymore. That's all buried cable. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, good point.
God, one of my favorite memories just popped into my head. You talking about that deal. 1500 KSTP over there at Hubbard, where, this podcast is presented over at Hubbard. So, I mean, I'm talking about probably 50 some years ago. I'm going into work and I walk in and there's Wolfman Jack. He was in
Oh,
town
yeah.
for some reason. I don't know why he was in town, but and the first thing Wolfman Jack said to me, he looks at me and goes, "Gad, man, you're stealing my act, but that's all right." I just started laughing. I was like, "Oh, okay." Whatever. He was did you ever get to meet Wolfman Jack?
I never did, but of course I know
Oh.
that voice from the early, he was one of the very few iconic voices of that universe.
Oh, yeah. Millennials immediately know that voice because of a game called Crazy Taxi. And it was a guy
Oh,
doing
really?
a Wolfman Jack impression. Crazy Taxi. Yeah. So that voice really endured for a very long time.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well into the 2000s.
That's cool.
Wolfman. Yeah, he was a great guy.
I did a ship. I was in Alaska. My brother was on with me. We were sitting at the bar talking football. And there was a kid next to us, kind of overheard, and he sort of chimed in, and we ended up talking football for a while. And my brother said, "Where are you from?" And he goes, "Indianapolis." And he goes, "Oh, you probably know my brother from Bob and Tom." And this kid was 29 years old, grew up in Indianapolis, where they are the kings of that universe,
Right.
and couldn't quite place it, didn't know that it was a radio show. And I go, your dad probably knows who I am. We went on, we talked about football for a while. And then when I met the whole family were gigantic Bob and Tom fans and couldn't believe I was on the ship, and they were excited to meet me and everything. And the kid had no idea. I feel like that's such a harbinger for what's happening in the
Yeah.
radio universe right
Yeah.
now.
Yep.
No one under 30 listens to the radio at all.
No.
It doesn't
At
even
all.
occur to them to turn it on in the car.
Yep.
Which is such a gigantic difference from me. Like, I just was in the car for hours driving to some gigs, and I listened to radio the whole time. Football, and
Absolutely.
football news, and some rock music. I love listening to the radio.
No doubt about it. That was a whole different era, I suppose. It was one of those situations where you went on, you had a ball, got some high ratings. I mean, it was fantastic.
Right? Yeah.
Well, I think there's still a demographic for it.
Oh yeah,
Certainly, and there will be
Just
for
like
a
there's
while.
still a demographic for CNN and MSNBC. There's just a certain
Yeah.
age
Well, I mean,
group that's never going to change.
People
their
who
habits.
are, what, 45 and older probably all still listen to the radio to some degree. I mean, those people are going to be around for
maybe.
40 more years at least. So,
I think that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, even
But
if we
that's not the coveted advertising
right.
demo.
Yeah.
No.
But even if we assume that no one under 45 listens to the radio, and once those people are all dead, radio will die with them, that means we still have 30 solid years of radio to go. So,
yeah, that's about right. Nowhere near as big as it was,
No.
but it's still going to exist.
Yeah, I feel like it'll be in some ways like network television. Once cable came in, there were so many other choices.
Yeah. Yeah.
Network television got crushed in terms of the ratings that they used to have, but they always endure, Yeah.
If you like it, you like it. That is the good thing about it.
That's true.
Right.
No question about it. It's just how it should be. I guess that's how the world should. I don't know. Like I said, I knew from the time I was a little boy that I wanted to be a disc jockey.
Yeah.
I heard that. I was like, oh, man.
Yeah, well, you grew up in the height of the era.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
did. I did, no question. And Minneapolis, St. Paul, one of the great radio markets in the whole entire United States anyway. I mean, you got New York, Chicago, you got your Los Angeles, you got Atlanta, you got all these big markets and all that. And Minneapolis was shoulder to shoulder with all of them. Really, really good talent.
Right. And now Minneapolis is number one on the charts for places where controversial things happen.
Like what? What do you mean?
No,
What are you saying?
it's just endless, too.
What a
Endless.
tough draw. What a tough draw.
Oh.
Like, really? Us again? We did this
know.
already.
I mean, it's really hideous, I guess. I mean, we're obviously not there right now, but I guess it's just hideous.
Well, now all the mental cases who need their 5 minutes of fame every couple of years are showing up and doing crazy things like storming churches and yelling at little kids that they're privileged pigs in a church service.
well, maybe they are. We don't know.
That's what they just did. I mean, it's like, what is wrong with you people? I mean, this goes beyond activism or protesting. It's like,
Right.
you are now nuts. You're crazy.
Yeah, true.
Newsflash for you.
It is true. There's no
It's
question
just
about that.
nuts.
Oh, man.
I know.
But, you look back at that era, and the same is true of podcasting, successful podcasting. You're a kid. I think I went on the radio for the first time. I was 17 years old. I think I was 17 or 18, something like that. And you just went, I sit and talk for 3 hours and I get a check for that?
Oh, right.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, that's
like
how I
it.
always felt about stand-up. Like, it's a room full
Yeah.
of people laughing. Like,
Yep.
On a bad night, they don't laugh a lot, but it's still a pretty good job. It's
Yep.
like cold pizza. Even when it's bad, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
He was a big name too. He was on, I can't remember. He was on television talking about it or whatever, but apparently he was doing his bit. I can't remember who it was, but he literally grabbed the mic and said, please laugh. But would you just please laugh?
Yeah, didn't you say you were on a
like, oh,
cruise or
God.
something? Was it?
What? Who was it?
You've told the story before. Were you
It was
on?
on a cruise, I think.
Yeah,
I think it was on a
some
cruise.
sort of cruise that you were on, or someone you know was on a cruise. I don't remember specifically.
Please laugh. It's like, oh, God.
I've thought that before. I've never said it out loud.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You've
you
never
can't
said
tip your
it, but,
hand. It puts you in a weak position.
Yeah, you please laugh. You're dead in the water.
Yep, you're not
As
coming
soon as
back
they
from
know
that one.
you need them, you're toast.
Boy, I sure do need my glasses. I just read something. I think they're going to open a Buc-ee's in Fort Pierce. I thought it said, I think they're going to open a Buc-ee's in Fart Place.
Fart
I'm like-
Place, yes,
I'm like,
very
that
famous.
can't be right.
Very famous fart place.
Well, the
Can't be
gasoline smell might make the place a little more bearable. I don't know.
It actually does look like fart place, though. Looking at it right now.
Yeah, from here.
From here.
I don't know if it's the light.
If any
shining
state
on
would have a name like that, Florida's number one.
it. Yeah, well, it does
Probably
have that
true.
stinky water.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
No question about it. But yeah, it's I don't know. That's one thing I was asked many years ago about this, that, and the other thing, and I never did stand-up comedy or anything like that. I mean, I introduced people and that stuff, but that was about it. But I just realized way back then that since I was 17 years old, I really have never had a real job.
That's great.
I was either on the radio or I was working at a record company or I was, the job was never real. It's just like, well, first of all, I worked for Capitol Records way back in the day. So to bring a little record in the front of the play, yeah, this is the latest from the Beatles. You want to play it? Yeah. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Wasn't a hard job at Capitol Records, I'll tell you that. Bob Seger, the Beatles, you go down the list. It's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I've been lucky too. I mean, I went to grad school and I worked the phones at a urban comedy club for a handful of months as I was getting on the road full time, but I never really had a full real job either. I got right into stand up. Been doing it 31 years.
That takes some courage, though. One thing I got to give you credit for, people like you, it takes some courage to go, I've decided I'm going to be a stand-up comedian.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it. There's no way.
Whoa.
That is true.
I told my dad, his thick Greek accent, he goes, "You want to be stand-up comedian? Are you crazy?"
Well, even
I
just
want you to be a sponge diver,
That's right.
even taking the salary part out of it, because stand-up comedian, it's all you're working on commission. If you're if you're not good, you're not getting paid. And even if you are good, sometimes you're not getting paid. But I mean, even if you came to me and said, "I'm going to give you a guaranteed $100,000 to be a stand-up," I probably wouldn't take it because I would just be like, it would shorten my life by 40 years.
Why?
It's not a good deal for me.
No.
All the anxiety and free
Yeah,
drinks.
exactly. Oh God, I would be going back to my hotel room every night, analyzing why everything I said sucked. Not good for my mental health.
Build the self-doubt.
Yeah.
It's not for everyone, that's
No.
for sure.
That's true.
It's a very specific niche in the universe.
Yes.
Oh, it is.
Many have tried, few succeed.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that was the other part when I was working at Capitol Records is we had comedians obviously on the label too. So you go around and, but I developed some really great friendships from that. Like, Nick Swardson's one of my best friends in the world. I love the guy. And there are many, many more of them like that. So I don't know, it benefited me greatly, not just what I did, but the people I met and what they did.
Yeah, well, you've a great symbiotic relationship with comics over the years. They're thrilled to be on with you. And and you get to, have a funny voice come in for a while. It's a good trade.
We were just talking about that last night because Kathryn and I watched one more show before we hit the sack, and it was, what's the name of that show again?
Still standing?
No, not Still Standing, the one before that. What did we watch?
Landman.
No, not Landman, the comedy. The family comedy. Damn it, I can't remember the name.
Oh, Everybody Loves Raymond.
Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh.
Yeah, we're revisiting all those shows.
Yes. Yeah, and now I forgot what the hell I was going to say. It took me too long to realize what the hell I was talking about.
Well, it is 11 o'clock and we still haven't gotten Kristyn on, so
She's on the chat.
she's
so
talking.
She's ready.
She's chatting with our
She's ready.
viewers.
Oh, she's ready. Yeah, I'll get out of the way.
No, you don't have
Shift
to get out of
gears.
the way. You can be on if you want.
I gotta take a nap, Tom. Been up for hours.
Well, actually, 58 minutes is not even 1 hour.
Do you know what time it is in Los Angeles? I have to get up at 4:30 to call Bob and Tom.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's early. Yeah.
How are Bob and Tom doing? I haven't talked to them in a while.
They're good. I just talked. Interestingly, I talked to each one of them separately while I was driving through Nebraska this week. I listened to an interview where Tom. I've never heard Tom do an interview where he was the one answering questions for an hour. And so I called him to ask some follow-ups, and then I called Bob because he was talking about the early days with Bob. I didn't know Bob was a singer, songwriter, and a bartender back in the day.
Yep.
Yeah, they're doing great. Bob's had some health issues, but he's doing okay right now. And
Good.
Tom is, he'll drop dead on the control panel. He'll stay there forever.
That's pretty much true. All right, we'll go get some sleep.
Will do. Thank you, guys. I'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
We'll take a break, be right back. And now, part 2 of a magnificent show, Costaki. And now, Kristyn Burtt in a couple of seconds. Be right back. From Brad.
Whoops. Let's try that again.
Whoops. From Bradshaw and Bryant, Michael Bryant. What's up, Allie?
Oh, not much. Doing my usual thing of telling people they shouldn't be texting and driving. In Minnesota, you can't have your phone in your hands. You can use, hands-free, but you can't have your phone in your hands for whatever reason. And that's why they made the law the way they did, so that police officers could see a phone in your hand and you got no excuse for why you got it there.
Do people know that that's the law?
I hope so. I mean, they used to follow it, and then kind of COVID kind of made people forget, and now it's like a freewheeling world out there with cell phones.
Let's say you get pulled over because you do have a phone in your hand and you're not watching where you're going. You got to be in pretty big trouble then, I would guess.
Well, the first one's not as bad. It's the multiple ones, the problem. And once people start stacking them up, then they have a big problem. And then what we're doing in car accidents is we've started bringing motions for punitive damages, because I'm trying to use the civil law any way we can to stop this, because it needs to stop.
Whenever I'd had any problems in my life, who was that I called again? It was like an MB, something like that.
Bradshaw and Bryant.
You ever wanted to see some of the most beautiful national parks and monuments the most amazing way you can? I got a trip for you that you must be a part of through my friends at Heart of the North Tours. Great people, as a matter of fact. Very nice people. We got to get them on the show this week, Andy, don't you think? I would hope anyway. It's the Southwest National Parks and Monuments Tour happening this April and features the Grand Canyon, Hoover Dam, Bryce Canyon, Arches National Park, Zion National Park, and so much more. Heart of the North Tours has a reputation for developing these fantastic tours that include airfare, lodging, bus tours, and so much more. For more information, go to heartofthenorthtours.com or call 833-424-2700 to speak to Mike, who is a total pro, as I've said. He's a total pro at coordinating these tours. It all happens April 18th through the 25th, and there are limited spots available, so book now. It's a trip of a lifetime that you won't want to miss. I'm rocking out, man.
It's got that bass going.
That bass is going.
Hey,
no
it's
question.
Stripe Day.
Strike
It is
day?
Stripe Day.
Oh,
I'm wearing
Stripe.
Stripe Day, yeah. I thought she said strike day. I thought
Me
they were
too.
going out on strike.
I was like, who's
No,
striking
well, we
now?
could do that. We could do that
You
too.
could do- oh,
Why
here
not?
we go. Kristyn Burtt with us, KB. There's a lot of KBs on this
A
show.
lot of KBs.
Hey, we watched a movie,
We
What movie did you watch?
Bugonia.
Begonia.
Oh, God.
What the hell is Bugonia?
What a weird movie. I can't believe she actually let them shave her hair off.
Should probably
Yeah,
tell
Emma. I was going to say Emma Watson.
Stone.
It's the other Emma. Emma Stone. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, she was
Did
actually
you,
really
are you watching
good
your
in
SAG
it.
screeners?
No,
Because I'm like, that's in the mix of your
you
SAG
haven't
screeners.
signed up. What's it in? What would it be up for as far as a nomination?
She would be up. She's up for Best Actress.
Is she?
Yeah, she's
Well.
in the mix
she
for another
really-
Oscar nomination.
She really did a great job, and whoever played her captor, he was really good. And I think I've seen his face before, but I don't know who it is. The guy.
Let's see. Yeah.
She's checking it out.
Begonia. Oh, Jesse Plemons?
Yeah, I don't
Jesse
know.
Plemons.
Jesse
Oh,
Plemons,
yeah,
yeah.
he's very well known. He
Oh.
is Kirsten Dunst's husband, first of all, but he is a
Oh.
great actor in and of himself. Last year, I'm just going to think, Civil War. Did you see Civil War last year?
No, I did not watch
He
that.
was really good in that.
Oh, okay.
Breaking Bad. He's Breaking Bad.
Oh, that's
Breaking
right.
Bad.
That's where I saw him.
And he's lost a lot of
Okay.
weight, so he looks a little bit different
Oh,
than he than maybe you've seen him before. He was a little bit
Oh,
chubbier.
and the Fargo TV series. Okay, see, putting it all together. Thank
Love
you.
and Death. He's
Margaret.
great in Love and Death. That was another good one on Hulu. That was a
Don't
TV
think
series.
we watched that.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a good
Not
actor.
good one. He's a really good actor.
I mean, how he played that role. I mean, it's such a ridiculous script. I don't know how they got through it. I mean, it was funny. It was funny at the same time as it was weird.
Did you
know,
guys
it's
go to
one
the
of
theater
those.
to watch it, or did you watch it on?
No, we were we went to a little soiree here in the building, and then we were
Soiree.
like, oh, we should find a movie. And it popped up for some strange reason. I don't remember what streaming service recommended it to us, but I said, "Do you want to watch this? If it sucks, we can just turn it off." And I can always tell if Tom's into a movie. I don't know. Within 15 minutes, all of a sudden he's like on his phone or getting up and wandering around and not
Do you know
watching
what's
it.
so interesting? I thought of Tom because Matt Damon and Ben Affleck have been promoting their movie The Rip, which
I
is
knew
on
you were gonna bring this up.
Netflix. And they talk a lot about second screening.
Yep.
And how Netflix is now asking screenwriters to repeat the plot 3 to 4 times throughout the dialogue. It's essentially dumbing down of a script because
Yes.
everyone is second screening. They're on their phones while they're watching the movie.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Where
That's
if the
true.
rip had been a direct to like a theatrical release, it's very clearly structured. Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. Act 3 is your big explosions where you spend all of your money,
Right.
and the build up. But here at Netflix, you just have to keep on repeating to
Yep.
everyone because we're so dumb. We're all just like scrolling on TikTok while watching the movie.
We did watch The Rip. And I couldn't believe that was Ben Affleck. It doesn't look like him at all.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Something different about it. Did he do something to his nose or something? He just with maybe just the beard threw me off. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, he's older now.
I mean, yeah, I think it's just aging. He doesn't seem to be too Botoxed or too, sometimes some of the actors get too much filler and you're like, oh, that's all I can see. He doesn't look overly Botoxed or anything.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
I've never been through what I just been through. First of all, our dog started snoring,
He is.
and then somebody downstairs started a drill, and then Kathryn's phone went off while I was laying on the table, so it was like,
Perfect.
high alert, high alert.
yeah, it all works out. Listen
I
to
know
that.
this is going to be going on for the rest of our lives. I think.
I think so.
We've asked them millions of times to please don't do that, but they're doing it anyway.
They got to work. They got to
Yeah.
get it
Yeah.
finished.
What can you do?
They have to get it finished.
That is true.
And the more you delay them, the longer it's going to go on for you, too.
That's true.
Absolutely. So
You're right about that. No question. So what's the latest with you, sister?
What's the latest with me? I don't know. I was all ready to go yesterday, and Andy's like, nope, not today.
Oh, nobody told you. Sorry.
Sorry about
Well,
that.
I didn't even know until Sunday night. So, I mean,
Saturday. I think
no,
we
I don't
decided.
think so.
All right.
Yeah. So I had to
Sorry.
let Kristen know. But I didn't want to say anything Sunday night because you go to bed at like 7 p.m. So,
Who does?
don't you?
Not me.
No?
No, I go to bed at like 11:30. I'm like a 6-hour a night sleeper. I don't sleep that much.
Yeah.
6 hours. That sounds
I was like, who
dream.
goes? Yeah, I was like, who goes to bed at 7?
If I woke up when you woke up, I'd go to bed at 7. That's who.
Oh, I was like, no. I'm like, and my phone's always on Do Not Disturb anyway. If anyone calls me, it goes right to voicemail. So,
I understand. So what is new? Any good stuff I should be watching?
well, we're finally getting a look at Taylor Sheridan's upcoming show. It's coming out in March. The Madison, they did the teaser. And
Yes.
he's going a little bit more romantic with this one. You've got Kurt Russell and you've got Michelle Pfeiffer. And Michelle Pfeiffer is enough to get me to watch this. It's about a family who goes through a tragic event. They move from, of course, New York City to Montana. And they just revealed that Will Arnett is going to come in and play a therapist as a recurring character. He was unannounced previously, but it's a really good cast. So I'm really curious to watch it. It's short, though. It's only 6 episodes for the first season,
Really?
which makes me think it was very expensive to have
Yeah.
Michelle and Kurt as your leads.
Yep.
And they're like, we got 6 episodes for you.
Do they demand that kind of money now? I mean,
They
really?
both do. They both still do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I love about him? The only time I ever see him anymore, he's dressed in a Santa outfit. He's been doing a lot of Santa movies.
Oh, he did the Christmas Chronicles. He did
Yes.
2 of them.
Yep.
They're,
Love
they're
that
actually
movie.
really good.
They are good,
It's
yep.
a
They're
great
good.
movie.
And Goldie plays Mrs. Claus. It's very
Yeah.
sweet.
It's
That's,
very sweet.
it is really good. No question about that.
The other day we were talking about people not drinking anymore.
Mm-hmm.
The global alcohol industry faces an $830 billion market loss.
830
I mean, I
billion?
buy that.
830 billion.
Well, geez, how big is the global alcohol market?
Well, it's a lot of it's on the stock market, and they are just losing money like crazy because they don't need to produce because they're just not drinking.
Yeah, you
Really?
got Gen Z not drinking, and then
Yeah.
you have a lot of our imports that went to Canada. Canada is not carrying a lot of the American
Yeah.
Yeah, well, a
alcohol
lot
brands anymore.
Yeah, Generation Z really is. I mean, the young people are the ones that drink the most, usually.
Usually.
Yeah,
Every
not now.
generation, right? They usually,
I
start.
barely drink.
Yeah,
How long has it
I'm
been
10
since-
years. I probably drank more.
What? How long ago did I stop, Kathryn?
Oh gosh.
12,
15
13?
years ago?
Yeah.
Was it 12, 13, or is it 15?
Was it before the podcast started? We've asked this a million times. I can never remember.
No,
I can't remember.
you stopped somewhere because I was around. So
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was
Right.
probably
Yeah.
13-ish years ago.
Something like that. Yeah. But yeah, that's a global problem, really. I mean, people aren't drinking. That's a huge
they're not.
industry.
Yeah.
it's a huge industry.
I mean, it's right down to the farmers that provide the grain for the alcohol. It's gotta hurt.
and
You're
I
all
think
gonna have to
too,
start
yeah,
selling
it's
weed.
And yeah, that's what I was going to say. Everyone's turning to different substances.
How much weed can people consume?
I don't know,
guess
'cause I
a
don't
lot.
consume that at
I
all.
don't know. I don't either know. It's insane.
It's a different deal, no question about that. But when I was a kid, I got to be honest with you, no, I'm not the oldest person in this 4-person crowd here, but when I was a kid, everybody's father and mother drank.
Yeah.
Well, it's part of the neighborhood too, though.
Oh, it was a social necessity.
It was. It absolutely was.
I mean, people came over for cocktail hour,
Yep.
you know.
We had some wild Christmas Eve parties at our house.
Yeah,
They were
absolutely.
wild. Like,
Oh yeah, my parents
crazy.
pre-gamed before they went over into the dance at the Legion and all that stuff.
I
Everybody came
remember
over.
one year, because our Christmas parties, we have such a big family too, that everyone left. And then my mom's siblings, like 3 of them, came back to continue the party. They were leaving, had left, were down the street, and they're like, we're not done. They came back and partied for like another 4 hours.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Well, those were the days back then. I'm telling you, everybody. Well, a lot of times walking down West Broadway in North Minneapolis, you could tell if a guy had a flask in his jacket pocket or is wearing a suit. They all carried booze with them back then.
Yeah, I feel like carrying a flask is a problem.
Yeah, probably.
A lot of Southerners still carry around a flask.
They do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, what the hell? What are you gonna do? So what's interesting about that is if you looked at the numbers, the people who don't drink alcohol, the people that don't smoke cigarettes anymore, all of those things that used to be everywhere are gone. That's got to be what, trillions of dollars?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Well,
I know that.
we were just watching a show. It's called Still Standing with a Canadian
Great show.
actor, comedian, Johnny Harris. And he goes to all these little villages and towns. And the one that he was on the last time we watched it was a tobacco farming community.
Yep.
And they're like, the government is forcing people out of tobacco. The market just isn't there anymore. They tax the crap out of farmers that produce tobacco. So they've all had to go grow other stuff.
What did the guy? He turned from growing stuff for booze and tobacco, all that stuff, and cigarettes, and then what did he move on to?
Ginseng.
Ginseng.
Oh, yes, right.
Of all things. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. It was ginseng. And he said it takes 4 years to get a ginseng root. It's a very, very hard crop. It doesn't like too much cold. It doesn't like too much water. It doesn't like too much wind. It's very, very, it's very finicky. And he said, I don't know the particulars, but he said that most of the time it was sold to China, and now China doesn't like Canada. So now they don't want to buy Canadian ginseng. I'm like, oh my God.
It's crazy.
It's also crazy.
What you were just talking about there, I just saw a couple of things this morning on the national news. I'm really glad that I kind of backed off looking at politics at all or supporting anybody in particular in politics and all the rest of it. I heard some people saying things on national television this morning. I can't tell you how smart I am and how wonderful I am. And I'm really made for God made me for this job. And it's like, God, what the hell happened to your ego? Jesus.
Inflated.
Just blowing sky high. Oh, look at Kristyn's got that. Talking about Donald Trump. You got that look on your face.
No, I'm like, politics is such a mess. I'm only looking at international news at this point because I'm like, we're not getting fed half the stuff we're getting fed here. I mean, it's crazy. So
it is. No, you're absolutely right. It's unfortunate.
Well, here we go.
Before
Before you have to go and we can get Bob on the show, I'll add some data to this conversation, the previous conversation,
Data.
not the current one.
Ginseng.
World tobacco production's high was in 1998 with 8 million tons that year, or 1992. 1992, 8 million tons of tobacco. 2022, 5.8 million tons. So we've dropped over 2 tons, over a quarter of tobacco production in the entire world in about 30 years. And it's still trending downwards, so...
People just don't drink. They just don't drink
drink.
anymore.
Well, smoke, but... Well, the thing about tobacco is that vaping is so popular, and tobacco is still where nicotine comes from. So people aren't smoking the tobacco, but they are growing the tobacco so that they can extract the nicotine to put that into vapes.
Yeah.
But it's a more efficient process than just smoking it, so they don't need to grow as much.
Well, isn't that vaping to me is very scary because you don't know where those cartridges come from. You don't
Yeah.
know what they're putting in it. You don't know what additives are in it. And people are just sucking on those vape things like crazy. I don't get it. But
Yeah.
Oh, but you could say the same thing about cigarettes. You don't know what's in those. You can put all sorts of weird additives in there.
I tried smoking for about 3 months in high school and I hated it so much. I was like, why do you people do this? I would like light it up and the smoke would get in my eye and I'm like, my eye, how do you do this?
Smelling
It's
like an
horrible."
ashtray is so
It's
sexy.
awful. And I, I had to hide it from my parents and I was like, this is not for me. I'm not a smoker.
I was just trying to think of the last time I saw somebody smoking, and it's been a long time. You just don't even see people smoking anymore.
It's very rare.
It's rare, yeah.
I see people vaping all the time, but not
Yeah, the vaping.
smoking so much.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
All right, young lady, you coming back tomorrow?
Yes, I'll be here tomorrow.
Thank God for that.
Have a good one, you guys.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Guten Tag. We'll take a break. Be right back. Some other Hunyuk will show up after this, right, Andy?
Yes, he will.
All right.
He's been
we'll be
waiting
right back.
patiently, listening to us talk about smoking.
Oh,
Is he in his truck again?
Maybe
He's vaping.
No, he's in the studio. He's pining for a
He's in his-
cigarette right now, I can tell.
The hell. All right. Well, let's take a break. Be right back with Bob. Why should your business bank with North American Banking Company? Here's Pete Wolf, owner of Robinson Rubber of Robbinsdale.
I partnered with North American Banking Company because I was able to talk to the president, and I know they have my back. They are much easier to talk to than those larger banks. The openness and flexibility has been the best part of banking with North American Banking Company. They understand small to medium businesses. No matter what part of the bank I am working with, North American Banking Company has the latest technology and friendly staff. I would absolutely recommend North American Banking Company to any of my closest colleagues if they want to have peace of mind in their business.
So why not bank where I bank, with my friends at North American Banking Company? To learn more about North American Banking Company, go to nabanco.com. That's nabanco.com, or do what I do and stop by any one of their 6 Twin Cities locations. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Can't get enough Tom Bernard podcast? Looking for a vessel to contain your beverages? Perhaps a hat or a hoodie to keep you warm in the cold months and looking cool in the warm months. Well, we've even got luggage with our logo on it, so you can show people overseas what they're missing out on. If any of this sounds like your kind of thing, simply head over to tombernardpodcast.com, click on the merch button, and shop away. Look at that, Bob Sansevere in studio. How's it possible?
I got lucky. Actually, that sort of thing. I fought my way through the anti-ICE agitators over at the church, and I was able to get here.
What church?
I'm being
Yeah,
facetious.
talking about that news story, wherever that was. Where was that?
You don't know about it? St. Paul.
St.
St.
Paul.
Paul, yeah. Yep. Was it a wedding or something? Why did they?
Just this church service.
Oh, it was a church service.
They
that was
believe
it.
that the pastor was affiliated with ICE.
Oh my God. What happened, Bob? Why does everyone hate everyone so much?
There's a line. There's lines that don't get crossed by either side, and they crossed it with that one.
Yeah.
I agree.
Going
Well,
into a church.
a small girl was starting to cry, and one of the agitators said, "You're a privileged pig." right to her face. Screams at her.
And these were the people that were fighting for safe spaces just a few years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
See, when
Governor Walz, not too long ago, said, "Oh, they're going to start storming the churches."
Yeah.
Well, who's storming the churches?
He meant
Walz.
Yeah, he did.
Well, sometimes
this all could be taken care of and tamped down if the egos on both sides
No doubt.
would tamp themselves down. I don't know what Walz. Maybe he's angry that he lost.
Yes.
Trump. But
Absolutely.
I read something that in Memphis, the mayor there said, "What do you need? We have criminals in jail. Let us know. We'll take them out and hand them over."
Ooh.
But that's what you need to be cooperative, and maybe they'd be gone by now.
Well,
Instead of being so obstinate and fighting it.
Well, there was just a story on the Star Tribune today about this elderly Asian man taken out in cuffs in the snow and the cold with bare feet. That they conveniently forget about the fact that he's in a house with two pedophiles that are.
Well, one's a pedophile, the other was a sexual offender.
Oh,
okay.
all right.
That's
Got
all.
They conveniently leave off all of the reasons
I will say
why.
this though: they could put some pants on the guy, or had him throw on a pair of pants and a sweatshirt.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe he tried to flee. Maybe he was fighting
We
back.
don't know
You
the
don't know.
circumstances.
Exactly.
But these are the people that they are fighting to protect.
Exactly.
Yep.
By the way, Don Lemon, this guy,
Oh,
he is
what a
so desperate
pig.
for attention.
What a pig.
Oh,
Yes.
God, a horrible person. Well, that's why he got fired, right? For the same thing. Because he just thinks he's the most magnificent thing on earth. I guess. I don't know. It just the whole.
What did he get fired for in the first place? Wasn't he on MSNBC or something?
No ratings.
Yeah,
Low ratings.
Yeah,
I'm
people
sure
don't like
that
him.
played a part in it. I mean, if his ratings were through the roof, he never would have gotten fired.
right.
Oh, God, no.
Well, that's interesting because you'd think he spews the kind of stuff that those viewers like. So it's odd that he would have low
Yeah.
ratings. I don't know. I thought
Yeah.
it was something else. I thought it was a scandal of some
They
kind.
probably
was kinda-
could have been.
What's kind of interesting about this whole deal, and I think about it once in a while, because Joe Souchere obviously works at Hubbard and all the rest of it, and I've always admired him. I mean, we had a big tangle when we first met, had a little battle going on the air and all the rest of it, but I've gotten to know Joe pretty well. I mean, we're not great friends or anything, but we know one another. And I don't think I could do a show like that now because Joe's very good at it. Don't get me wrong. Sush does a great job talking about what's hot and what's going on in the world, but the politics have taken over so much now. That's pretty much all you can talk about if you're doing that kind of show.
Yeah.
Well, Tom, I posted on I have Facebook, social media and X. I posted half a dozen or so things when something came up. I never really took a strong stance. I want to know what people thought, so it was posed as questions.
Sure.
I deleted all of them, and one of them had like 350 comments because it's just got too venomous
Yes.
and vile from both sides.
Yep.
The way they attack each other, and then I posted something. Was it yesterday or Sunday? Explaining I've deleted things because people could not be civil.
Mhm.
And I'll
Right.
probably post again, but I just want civility and not for knuckle dragging people to post their vile comments.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't done this in a decade. I had to block a woman who just kept coming at me for, because she couldn't let go of it. But these people have no place to go, that they just have to rant somewhere. And another guy today
Yeah.
said, he basically said guilty as charged. And then he said that, well, the people that are violent liars, they don't get respect. I said, well, if you come to my page, either give it or you're gone. I blocked the woman, like I said, and I'll block this guy. And they're from different sides of the aisle.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah, no, I understand that.
disgusting. You cannot have a civil conversation.
No.
No, it's absolutely true. And I don't understand. Some people can deal with that kind of thing. Just not. I like laughing on the show and having a good time. Hey, where can I go to dinner? What's on television? Is there a good movie to go see? I mean, I used to be a little political, well, more than a little political on the show and all the rest of it way back. Not this show, but
Well, it's hard to ignore it. Right
It
now.
is.
It's
It
very
is.
hard to
That's
ignore
true.
it right now. I mean, they're talking about somebody was just saying that their neighbor is an Indian woman who is a citizen, and that their daycare was investigated. And I feel like, of course, all daycares are going to be investigated
Mhm.
going forward because of the massive amount of fraud. I mean, it is.
Yep.
There needs to be a reckoning before people can start trusting anybody
Yeah,
again.
unfortunately.
It's really, it's a huge flippin' mess, and our leadership is throwing fuel on the fire
Yep.
all the time.
Well, the
That's
longer
true.
you
And
let the
if
rot
they would-
spread, the more stuff you have to cut away in order to get all of it. That's the problem. Is
Exactly.
now it's spreading to, like, innocent people are getting investigated because there's so much fraud. They have to investigate everyone.
Well, and you have to. I mean, if you look at the facts, the fact that Walls is being investigated, and he should be, according to all the reports from DHS
right.
whistleblowers and all of that, that he's known about this, he's encouraged it, he's not been a good guy in any way, shape, or form over this. He's doubling down because he wants everybody to be focused on something else, not
Yeah.
him.
Yep.
Well, I would say I'm close to convinced, but it'd be a hard time convincing me that Walls, Fry, and Ellison are not trying to just raise their national profile.
No
They
doubt.
all want more than what they have.
Yep.
Yes, they
Yep.
do.
And Fry
Well-
is the one that is, I mean, he's the one that's going to, I think, take a big beating in this because you're the mayor of a city and you just don't
He's
come off
worthless. Yeah, he's worthless.
And Ellison, Ellison's he's also being investigated.
Mhm.
So, I mean, all three of them could be facing major charges.
Well, and they should.
Well, I'm not arguing. I don't know if it's there and it's fair, then do it. But there are cases now. The best thing is when our governor, Tim Walz, talks about this is all political. He's trying to go after people that he doesn't like. What happened to Trump and all his buddies with the
Yeah.
morning raids that they had?
Yes, exactly.
Mhm.
That is very, very true. You know, it's so interesting looking at all this now, and it goes all the way back to, as a little kid and all the rest of it. But these people are they're all about fame and money. It has nothing to do with serving the people. I want to be famous. I want to make a lot of money. That's why they get involved in that whole thing in the first
Well,
place.
it's pretty interesting how politicians who have not a dime to their name all of a sudden have tens of millions of dollars in a few years.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. People have been kid gloves on Ilhan Omar. But
Yeah.
how does she make $30 million or more in like
Yep.
2 or 3 years?
Yep. 30 million.
Did she write a
Unbelievable.
book that was an incredible, a bestseller, better than selling more copies than the Bible? I mean, that's almost what you would need.
I know.
But I mean, and the other thing is, the Star Tribune is run by a guy who worked for Walls.
Yes.
And you have to, when you look at it, I think you have to keep that in mind. There is a slant there.
Wait,
And that's
I have a question.
problematic. Yeah.
What's the Star Tribune? What is that?
It's a newspaper.
What's a newspaper?
It's
What is
something
that?
you won't see in a year or two.
You
Because
got
they're-
that right. It's
Well,
gone.
I mean, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, Tom, ceased to exist.
I
That's been
know.
around over 200 years. There's not a newspaper based in Pittsburgh. There's the one that's a suburb that calls itself Pittsburgh. When
Right.
the Pittsburgh Press went away, they decided they'd try to make a connection. But there's not a single newspaper based in Pittsburgh anymore. And many people believe that the Star Tribune within a year will be completely online, like the North Star Ledger did.
Yes.
With one of the biggest papers in the country. And that's what the Star Tribune will do. And probably that's what the Pioneer Press will do. The Pioneer Press, now I haven't, because I can't get it out here because I'm on the western suburb, but I'm told that there are people with parakeets complaining that it doesn't fill the bottom of their tray for their parakeets. There's not enough paper there.
Well, here's
for
the
it.
entire newspaper now, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Here you
That
have
is,
it.
Tom, that's thicker, I think, from what they say.
It might be thicker.
There's
Yes.
this,
And then, I worked there and I enjoyed it, but I mean,
Yeah.
you got to give people something to look at.
There's this
and
show
read.
on YouTube that I've been watching for ages. And there's an episode from 2016 where he plays a game called Paperboy. I don't know if you guys remember Paperboy. It's an old NES.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
the NES, that old game. He's
Yep.
he's about to play Paperboy, and he's like, it's a NES game about delivering papers. For the younger gamers, I'll clear things up. And then you think he's going to talk about what Paperboy is, but he explains to the younger viewers what a newspaper is. And this was 10 years ago. You know, he was doing it as a joke, but like people have been seeing this coming for a long, long time.
Okay, all the things. Think about it. Not that long ago, at least it seems like it. You show a VHS machine or an 8-track or even to a kid, what's that? They have no idea. Meantime, I found this and I put it aside and I haven't looked at it because it's dirty. Would a 1935 quarter have any value?
35, it might. I don't know anything about coin collecting.
35.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's all silver.
Ooh.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I
84
wonder.
years old.
1935 quarter. Let's see. Yeah,
think before
90%
60
silver, 10% copper. So,
Well,
hey.
they
Yeah.
did have copper in it.
A
Yeah,
little bit.
10%.
Was
So
it
it-
World War II? Did they get away from silver in World War II?
I think so. Let's see.
I think before
1935.
1964 or something like that. It's worth probably $30.
Let's see. If it's in circulated, decent condition, it's worth about $12.
It's not.
Only 12?
It's been rubbed raw.
Yeah, it's probably worth a few
Man, look
bucks
at the
then.
thing. Oops. Look at that. It's all
Well,
smudgy.
you can still read it all, though.
You can tell who
clean
it
it
is.
up.
Well, if you polish it, it might be worth $10. I
I'll
don't
give
know.
it a buff. Yeah, well, I'll just leave it on my computer. Sorry about
There
that.
you go.
I just was
Leave it to
looking at
leave it to your grandchild.
Yeah, there you go.
Little Bowen.
Yep.
By the way, the kid has my hair when I wake up in the morning. It's always straight up. And I will say this: he is a happy little kid, which is great.
Oh,
and he's always
that's great.
smiling.
Now Colin's that
Oh,
way
that's
too. Every morning you wake him up. The first thing he does is he'll be dead asleep, and you go in and turn on the lights, and he like flips over and is just like instantly smiling at you. He's just
That's
like
wonderful.
he's thrilled to start the day. Meanwhile,
That is
I'm in bed
great.
for an hour after I wake up. Like, must I?
Oh.
When does that change?
Yeah, I saw Melissa's post of him dancing.
Oh yeah,
He dances
It
for
was.
everything now.
he likes to dance.
He loves to
It's true.
dance.
Bob, that quarter would have to have been protected most likely.
Oh, to be worth
Yeah.
$12.
I guess so. That's what they're saying.
Right.
Wait a minute, though. This one for most, we scanned a 1918 penny, and it said it's worth between $2 and $10,000.
$10,000. Wow, that's a big.
That is a range.
Yeah, there are apps where you can scan, but that's the problem. Yes, it's worth
I think
$10,000.
you can just if you're on X or if you've got Chat GPT, you can take a photo of anything and
Yeah.
ask what its value
But
is.
think about that, though. A penny, 200 times more than it was worth originally, even at $2.
Yeah,
right.
There you go.
Yeah,
Very,
but-
very true.
All collectibles are like that. Like, I mean, I carried those Pokemon cards around forever and ever and ever, and none of them were really worth anything because the only ones that are worth anything are the ones that you like laminated and like put in a temperature controlled vault for 30 years.
Oh yeah.
People don't want the ones you played with because they've got little marks and stuff on them.
Well,
Oh.
those like Star Wars toys, if you never took them out of the
Yeah,
box.
exactly. In mint in box, those are worth tons of money, but if you took them out and played with them, they're worthless.
And I only know that because I watch Big Bang Theory.
Yep.
They don't take them out of the box.
Nope, you never take it
Great
out of the
show.
box.
No, never take it out of the box.
Are there any funny shows out right now on television?
Yes.
There are. Okay, good.
Well, I mean, I really like Ghosts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's very good. Yep.
Yeah,
That is
Ghosts
That's
really
a
is-
good.
good one. Check out Best Medicine. It's on Friday nights on Fox. It's an hour show with Andy. Look it up because I'm forgetting the guys. Josh, what the hell's his last name? Charles.
Yeah, that's the
is the
Port
star.
Wind American remake thingy.
Yes, but it's terrific. I think it's really good. It's just
Really?
quirky people in this little town, and he's become a doctor. He was like this top surgeon, except then he got squeamish with blood.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
literally
it's a remake of a
Doc
British
Martin.
show.
Yes.
Yeah, Doc Martin. Yeah,
Yep.
it's I don't know.
Yes,
The
that's
first
what his name
episode
is.
was like, oh, check the boxes, politically correct.
His name was Martin.
Tick, tick, tick.
Yeah.
To me,
Watched
I
it?
don't know.
I liked it.
We watched one episode. If you've never seen the original Doc Martin, which has that,
I did not.
for some strange reason, to me, a
phenomenal.
lot of those British shows have this certain charm about them that America just can't produce. They just can't produce a charming show. I don't know what it is
Charming.
to me, but I mean, we're going to give it another shot because we love the original Doc Martin was very autistic, you know, without saying anything about, making a political statement about autism.
He is.
This guy
is
just
too.
doesn't like people, right?
Right. He doesn't.
He's
Yeah,
just
but there's-
antisocial.
Yeah, but there
Okay.
might be a little more to it than that.
Oh,
It's
is there?
unclear.
How many of you watched?
There's only been 2 out, I think.
Oh, so you've watched? Okay, so maybe the second episode's, but yeah, a lot of times the first episode of anything isn't
Right.
that great. Well, they're
Yep.
setting up all of the characters and
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
all that stuff.
Pilots are
So a
often
lot-
quite bad.
yeah. I feel like you usually have to give a show 2 or 3 before you can make a judgment.
Yeah.
Man on
But
the
that one's
Inside
not
is
bad.
pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Who's that
funny.
one?
Yep.
That's Ted Danson.
Oh, he's got another show. I'd watch that.
Yeah, Man
he's
on the
good.
Inside. He
Oh,
plays-
it's on. I know which one it is. Yep, he plays like a detective or a spy.
Yeah, and he's
some guy off the street.
I mean, he's Ted Danson, so if you like him, you might like the
Yeah.
show. I think it's worth watching. It's not the greatest show in the world, but it's
entertaining.
yeah, it's entertaining.
Yep.
And we're
I'll give it a go.
yeah, we're watching Parks and Rec because we never watched it. That show
I
is
was never a big
hilarious.
Parks and Rec person either, but whenever I watch it, I am amused.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Good
laugh out
stuff.
loud a lot of times. I'm like, this is actually, well, they could never get away with half the stuff that they say.
Well, do you have
Today.
access to like some of the 24/7 shows where you can watch that's all it is those shows 24/7?
Oh, yeah. If you go on basic cable, they've got those kind of stations where you.
Well,
can
I mean,
watch-
I had forgotten how funny Mary Tyler Moore was in Taxi.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
And it's just
Yep.
phenomenal to watch. I wish they would have. I don't think 24/7 is on Cheers, or The Honeymooners would be terrific.
Oh, I love
You know,
the
to see
Honeymooners.
those.
Nothing.
Yeah. What streaming service has all those? Was it Nick at Night or it was one of those?
Nick at Night
those,
Nick at Night was a bunch of those like Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie and all those
Is that
weird,
still a thing, Nick at Night?
quirky, weird shows. That's a good question.
Nickelodeon? Or is
Let's
it still
see.
just play all those?
Yeah, Nick at Night is
Horrible.
still a thing, apparently.
Does it still do all the classic shows?
That's a good question.
One of the greatest moments in TV history. I think I was about 4 years old, and I, to this day, laugh. I'm watching Jackie Gleason, The Honeymooners, that whole deal. Magnificent show, but there's a scene. Apparently, Jackie Gleason would just show up at the last minute and just shoot the show, right?
Wing it.
Yeah, he just kind of wing it. So he comes in one time. He said, I was talking to Norton yesterday, and he slams his hand on the table, and this pork chop flies up in the air, hits the table, and breaks in half because it was a fake pork chop, right? So the thing goes up in the air, hits, breaks in half. He looks at his wife and goes, want you to know that pork chop was overcooked. It's actually a piece of wood. Is what it was.
All right. You want to feel old? Because I can make you feel old. I can make all of us feel old.
All right, here
So,
we go.
Nick at Night launched in 1985, and when it launched, it was playing shows from the mid 60s. So, like Bewitched was from the mid 60s.
Yes.
So that was like a classic throwback channel. If it launched today, it would be playing The Office, How I Met Your Mother, Criminal Minds, Bones, The Colbert Report. Yeah. These are shows that are the same age as they were, or as the shows that Nick at Night played when it launched.
Well, think
Yeah.
about when Happy Days launched. That was only like 10, 15 years earlier.
Yeah, that's exactly. So, I mean, yeah. These old people show or channels back then, these blocks, not that old actually in the grand scheme of things.
What is this?
guess
You
not.
shut your mouth, Andy. What's
Making
that?
everybody feel old.
And then
Yeah.
he goes, LOL.
Well, it's all true.
It's all true. 20 years is a decently long time, actually, if you think about it.
is.
Unfortunately.
It is.
Why don't we take our break, come back, and wrap things up right after this? Michael Bryant. Michael, what's up?
Dealing with another case where a person gave a statement to the adjuster because they thought the person was really friendly.
Is that a good idea?
Well, the problem is they know the law when they call you up. And while you're trying to be fair and you're trying to get help, the reality is there are questions you get asked that the way you answer them make a big difference. And people put themselves in trouble. And when they aren't in trouble, they didn't do anything wrong. But suddenly the adjuster's got a statement that can blow up their case completely.
What has caused people to be so untrustworthy, I guess, guess is the best way I could put it. They take advantage.
Well, insurance companies have hired adjusters whose job it is to deal with unrepresented people. So they're supposed to kind of lure them in, call them every day, see how they're doing, and people are like, oh, I'm doing pretty good. Where the reality is they've kind of adjusted to their problem that they've got going on. So it's not that they're completely better, but the way they say it gets to be a problem. And that's why having somebody who can explain your rights, represent you, make sure that you understand the law before you give a statement can make a big difference in your case.
Michael Bryant, Bradshaw and Bryant. There's to support local businesses, and the best way they can do that is by hearing about them first. If you're looking to spread the word about your business, we'll work with you to get what you need. Whether you're looking for one spot a week or multiple a day, you can even schedule in-studio interviews for that personal touch. If you're interested or simply want to ask some more questions, go to tombernardpodcast.com and click Advertise with Us up top. We're rocking out, man.
Yeah. I got to. I talked to Mike Bryant today for my show, the BS Show.
Mm-hmm.
If you know any day of the year, you got to reach him if you're having an issue. But he is on a roll. He went to go see his Patriots play.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They won.
Yeah.
He told me he went to a bar, played the best pool player at the bar, and beat him 4 times.
Well,
Now, I told him the guy may be setting you up for a
Sandbag.
really big hit.
Yep.
But if he's on that kind of roll, this guy's on a roll. Things are happening.
Oh, I
I'll
guess.
tell you something about him. And, you know, there are people like Bilski, too. I just adore the man. No question, known him for years. But Michael Bryant was, and Andy, you'll love this, I think. He was very, very upset because he lost his phone or somebody stole his phone. I
They
don't
said
know.
he lost it.
That's
They
always
lost
fun.
it. But the greatest thing about it is, Tom, you got to help me out with this. You got to get, and I do understand that Michael Bryant and I are really, really good friends. I adore the man. He's a great guy. But he goes, I get the biggest problem I got is that, you know, I got your number, but I don't have Kathryn's or Andy's or Alex's. You got to get those numbers for me. I mean, for somebody to say that about your family, it was wonderful. It was just great. You know, he's one of those guys.
You should have said, hey, I don't want you pestering my family.
Leave them alone.
Stop pestering my family. He'll be on Thursday, by the way. So that's
He,
I think
I mean,
so.
he is terrific because there's a lot of attorneys that it's all like this Doc Martin we talked about, you know, all business doesn't want to, he
Right.
is personable and he really cares.
He does. There's
If
no
you have
question.
any doubt, I mean, he has worked harder than any attorney out there to help bring to justice priests.
Right.
What's happening
Yeah.
in the Catholic Church. Because it bothers him, and that's almost the crusade he's been on. He's done a great job with it. He is.
You know,
Yeah.
what's interesting about that is, and I think, Andy, you looked up the statistic, is that there's no greater amount of child abuse going on in the Catholic Church than there are other institutions.
No, there never was.
It's the fact that they covered it up.
Right.
I mean, that is really, it's all terrible that they did it in the first place, but the fact that they covered it up and just reassigned the priests to different parishes and let them continue doing
right.
it over and over again. Yeah, that was really a big mistake.
Well, the
Well,
idea was that God could, you know, help them through this and, you know, make them not like that anymore. But I don't know. I think
I can tell the story. What?
nothing.
I can tell the story now because it happened 60 some years ago, and the church and the school are no longer there. They've both been torn down. But I found out after I got out of high school. Now I went to St. Joe's from first grade through sixth grade. And like I said, it's no longer there or whatever. But I found out much later in life that a couple of friends of mine were having sex with a couple of the nuns. It's like, what?
With the nuns?
With 2 nuns, yep. I never thought, I was like, what? Oh, what's God going to think of that?
I don't think he'd be thrilled.
No, probably not.
Well, you hear about teachers banging their
All the
students
time.
all the time,
Mhm.
all the time now.
Yep.
But a nun?
But a nun?
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
are we talking about like 80-year-old nuns or, I mean,
Does it
No.
matter?
No, I think they're
well,
like
wait,
in
how
their
old were
40s.
these friends?
They would have been probably 16, 17, something like that.
Probably, yeah, less good there.
But all the nuns dress like 80-year-olds.
That's true.
That is true. They do. You're right about that. God, what a world that is. There's
what
no
a
question
world.
about it. That school, St. Joe's, is just a big empty lot now that's just off of basically it's Aldrich and Plymouth Avenue. It was 1 block south of that. But honest to God, the stuff that used to go on. Well, we had a guy who is in my grade. I knew the guy for many, many years. I haven't talked to him in years, obviously, because he said, someday you see that fourplex, I'm going to buy that fourplex because I love that. I'm buying it. And he did, many years later, buy it, found out he couldn't afford it. So he shot everybody in the building.
He didn't add that when he was younger.
No, he did not. He never added that part that he was going to kill everybody in the building. Yes,
Well,
that's very true.
You need to think that one out. The way I keep myself from getting in trouble, I think, if I do this, will it guarantee me a cauldron in hell? And unless it's an absolute no, I don't do it.
Right.
Yeah, I understand. That was a different world back then, I guess, the best way to put it.
Oh, I like Margaret's post. God, I was horrified by finding a picture from a cruise my parents went on with their church people, and the priest had on swim trunks. It feels wrong.
He had the little collar around his neck still, though.
Maybe, yeah. Who knows?
I know you don't really think of them when you're a little kid, especially as being people.
Yeah,
they're
no,
supposed
you
to
absolutely
be this
don't.
entity from God.
Well,
It's supposed to be some
when
sort
he-
of special
when
thing.
Jumps in the water. Is the entire pool blessed?
Yeah,
Ah,
exactly.
I wonder.
I said, Tom, I think you knew this. My mother's cousin was a priest. And I wanted to get something like blessed by him. So I said, hey, would you mind? I thought it was like a big ceremony. He takes the thing. Okay, it's
Yep.
done.
That's all it takes.
Very big deal.
And
I was
yeah,
happy with
my
it.
mother, she died when she was 94.
94.
And
Good for you.
it
in
was
terms of
it was a
genetics.
big deal to have as many nuns and priests in the family as possible. I mean, if you
Mhm.
had a brother or a son or a daughter or whatever in the church, it was a status symbol. It was
Absolutely.
like, oh,
Yeah.
she's
Yep.
got a nun for a sister.
Yep.
Yeah, it was
we
like,
we had the one that I know of, but he taught others to become priests. So I guess I got
Oh.
extra points.
there you
Worked
go.
at the seminary.
All right. Any closing words from the three of you?
We didn't talk about sports even once, and I'm guessing there's a reason for that.
Well, I will mention this. Indiana did it in 2 years. Gophers. So won
Okay.
that national title. And also, I don't know if you're going to watch the games, any of you, but I really think that it'll be the Rams against the Patriots.
In the Super Bowl.
Yep.
In
Yeah.
the big game, we're not allowed to say the word Super Bowl, right?
I don't
Well,
know.
Licensed.
I tell you what, I couldn't do that because I used for a dozen years. I wrote Wheaties boxes. I had to call it the big game. They
Yep.
could not use
Yep.
The
Super Bowl
big game.
because They were
Yep.
not
Yeah,
affiliated.
we just saw there's a restaurant called Bradley's. It's on the waterfront down here, and it's a big sports bar. And they're running around with one of those trailer signs. It's on the big lit up sign
Yeah.
advertising something. They're like, don't forget to go to Bradley's for the big game.
Yep. That's exactly it.
Yeah, I think the rule is technically if you're going to profit off of the use of the term Super Bowl. So, like, if you put Super Bowl on a product, you can't do that. It has to be licensed. But you can talk about the Super
Certainly.
Bowl.
Do they have agents everywhere looking for every little bar and restaurant?
I'm
using
sure
the
they
word
do.
Super Bowl?
You know what? They should spend more time working on their referees because if you watch that Bills Broncos game, the Bills got screwed big time.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah.
5 plays late in the game that they got destroyed by referees. Or
So is it intentional, you're saying?
it was what I want to know is, and my guy that I have from Sports Illustrated didn't have the answer the other day, and I'm going to check in again. It could have been the same official on every one of those plays. The Bill in the end zone when a Bills player was mauled, no call, and you say,
Really?
well, it's playoff football, letting them play, and then that fumble, which was not a fumble, you know what I'm talking about,
Mm-hmm.
where Brandon Cooks caught the ball, rolled over, and then the other guy wound up with it. Same
Yep.
play happened with Devontae Adams. Then there was back-to-back pass interference on the Bills. They were not pass interference or as bad as the other ones. And the winning touchdown was not a touchdown. He dropped it. You have instant
Oh,
replay.
God.
How do you not catch that? It hit the ground. So what a mess. Anyway,
It is a mess.
I digress, and I'm keeping you from closing up.
No, that's fine. We'd love having you, Bob. I
We
mean,
can have a dose of sports.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean, once the show is over, I have to go outside, so I don't really want to do that. So, what else is
Yeah,
in the
there
news
you go.
today?
How bad is it?
It's not hideous. It's 6 degrees right now.
Let me give you this though.
That's hideous.
Thursday and Friday.
Yep,
It's going to be overnight.
minus 19.
No, it's minus 25 on Friday.
Oh,
What?
God.
Oh, they've updated it. Oh,
Real
Lord.
temperature?
Yes, real temperature.
Oh,
And with a minus 47 wind chill.
oh God.
The
Oh,
high for the day will be minus 12.
Yeah, you know
I mean,
the
right now,
wind chill where you go outside and it literally like strips the skin off of your hands.
yeah.
You go inside and your hands are like
Yeah.
cracked because it's just that
Yep.
dry. That's how it is at night lately. I take the
and I-
garbage out and I come inside and my hands are bleeding.
Really?
Yep.
Jeez.
we'll take the razor blades off of your garbage cans.
Well,
Kidding.
but they make them look badass.
That's
There you go.
it's so
If it's-
funny.
If
We,
there's no wind,
Oh.
Yep.
zero doesn't feel bad. But
Right.
that wind is
It's the wind. Yep.
Yep.
disagree.
I don't know. Perfectly still, zero. I mean, it's not fun or anything, but if it's perfectly still, zero is really not that bad if you're like dressed properly for it.
Yeah, if you're dressed
See,
properly.
we get wind chill. You get a nice cool breeze,
Mhm.
maybe.
Yeah, you
Brings
look
the
forward to
temp
the
down to
wind.
70.
You're like, bring on the wind, and we're like, oh, please, no more wind.
Well, we went to a little social gathering yesterday, and everybody is I'm from England, I'm from North this and North and people Canada, I'm from all over the place, and they're all like, yeah, one day I was cold and I went to Miami on a vacation and I moved. They're just
There you
like,
go.
once I found out that you don't have to freeze to death, I was like, I'm
Kathryn,
gone.
I got to ask you, what is the temp today in Florida?
Actually, we're in a big cold
70.
front.
Oh, no.
Yeah, right now it's 70, but it feels like 64.
See, the way you're dressed, everyone in Florida puts on a sweatshirt or a jacket. And that weather, we'd be in our T-shirts, or as they called it when I was a kid, our guinea tees.
Your guinea
Yeah,
tees, baby.
Yeah, it's definitely t-shirt weather. T-shirt and jeans would be just fine. In the morning, it's a little chilly. You might want a little light jacket.
I'll close with this, Bob. You just gave me a great, great memory, and I miss it dearly. All my friends' fathers wearing the guinea tee around the house. God, it was wonderful.
You don't see
Guinea
that anymore,
tea?
do you?
It's
Is that a wife beater?
No.
No.
Oh.
It's like
Guinea
the
tea.
straps over your shoulder. And
Mm-hmm.
That's a wife beater.
It's a guinea tea. Unless you're a wife beater, then it's a wife beater.
Yeah, right.
then it's a wife beater, I
Oh,
guess.
okay.
Yes.
I never heard that term. You had
Wife
some other
beater.
weird term that you said, or some saying this week. I'm like, what are
What
you
was it?
talking about? I can't remember.
You
See, the
remember what it was?
Italian
I was
man,
hoping you'd remember.
from my genre, they respected women. They may have had their gumar on the side, but they respected women.
Nice.
So
Gumar.
much
Haven't
respect
heard
that they had
before.
it overflowed and they had to find another vessel for it.
Yes.
Absolutely. All right. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.